Hey everybody, it's JT going live. Let me get this better into frame. There we go. How's everybody doing? So today what I want to do, let me get my hat straightened out and get some traction here and talk a little bit about personal branding, brands, and then I'd like to talk a little bit about AOC and what headwinds she should be experiencing. So the first thing I want to talk about is personal branding. And those of you by now know that it's my hat and it's my bow tie. And to a certain extent, it's also my shirts, okay? And I'm a little bit out of frame here, my head, but what I'm trying to do is give you an idea of the shirt. I want to talk a little bit about shirts, and I'm going to take my blazer off and show you just how significant a shirt can be. And so with that said, a shirt should great detail should be, or great decision making should take place regarding the shirt that you buy. And for me, I use the stripe. And what drives people crazy, especially some of my fashion friends, is the combination of a polka dot with a striped shirt. In the old days, you would have to wear with a striped shirt a non-patent or solid tie. Well, JT blew that away and blows that away. And what the idea is to differentiate yourself. And that's really the secret in marketing, to differentiate yourself so that others will engage you. Okay, so you can see that this might be a little too bold, right? However, when I put my jacket on, look what happens. It's much more subtle, and you make a statement. Ergo, you're making a personal brand statement. The secret is, it's not about you, it's about engaging others. And if this doesn't engage, then it doesn't work. For me, it works. It's a way of starting a conversation, of breaking down a barrier and getting people to talk. So that's number one. The other thing, and by the way, this is a specially made shirt. And if you can't do that, I'm gonna recommend a brand, and I've been buying some shirts from them, and it's Paul Fredericks. Excellent shirts. They have a great sale that you can get some great looking shirts for about $30, and add another $10 if you want them monogrammed. And I always get a monogram. The monogram should not be overwhelming. For me, my brand is that it's in block form. It's either blue or black. And it's always on the pocket, never on the sleeve. On the sleeve, I think, is pushing it. However, these are my personal ideas. They don't have to be yours. What you got to do is create your brand. You know, mine is Brooks Brothers. Although I don't wear Brooks Brothers shirts, the tie I have specially made. I go to what they call in Yiddish a shmata store, which is a fabric store. For you to get a bow tie made, you need about a 3/4 of a yard. You get the pattern, you take it to a tailor, you take a bow tie that you like, you have the tailor put in enough fabric inside it so that it doesn't droop, that it stays straight, as opposed to if you don't have a thick fabric, the tie falls down like this. You want to make it so that it's always straight on. And that's about it. And if you do that, and if you get the right tailor, it's cheaper with the fabric and the guy making the bow tie for you is cheaper than buying it at a retail store, and it's exactly what you wanted. And another one of my my branding differentiators is that I always use polka dots, and that the polka dots have to be dime sized. This is a little smaller than dime size, but it's almost there. So that's about it when it comes to personal branding. Follow me on Twitter at Marketing Doctor, so you got that. And then of course you have my YouTube channel, John Tantillo at Marketing Doctor. Now, I also said that I wanted to talk a little bit about brands. I love brands, okay? And here is a brand from Oreo, and it's Mega Stuff, okay? And I love Double Stuff. The Mega Stuff, not so much. For some reason, Mega Stuff is kind of too much. It just doesn't work right. And this is a great example of product differentiation, of a product trying to make an appeal, but to people that like the Double Stuff, but when they go to the Mega Stuff, it's just too much. It's like I think Bernie was talking about, Buckle was talking about pulled pork lasagna. Now, in theory, I love pulled pork, and I love lasagna. But together, it just might not work. It might be just too much. Not only from a health perspective, just from a taste, you only can eat a little bit of it. Well, first of all, I can only eat a little bit of pork to begin with. Anyway, so let's just leave that there. So I dealt with those two items, and now what I like to get into, and I'm going to try to keep this down to 6 minutes. I hope I can. And everybody is yelling and screaming about AOC, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, and there's a few facts that people really don't know about her. One of the facts I have on my Facebook wall is that only 18% of registered voters came out to vote in the primary, which was not in the fall. In New York, it used to be like I think the first or second Tuesday in September. The geniuses moved it to June because they thought that no one was going to come out to vote, which was true. The only problem is they didn't come out to vote for Crowley. They came to vote for this new kid, AOC. And why? Because she combined the traditional with social media and traditional tactics, which is to get your vote out. And so with only 18% of the people voting, she won. And she beat, I think, an 18-year veteran. So there you have it. But she's going to have a problem 2 years from now. In her own way, she's alienating the Democratic establishment. And what does that mean? Well, the governor isn't going to be very happy with her because she sabotaged his Amazon deal, and the mayor's not going to be happy. So what does that mean? Republicans, don't even think about it. You're not going to win this district. You're just not. I'm used to Queens politics. You don't have a chance in heaven to win. So forget about it. A Democrat insurgent backed by Cuomo and de Blasio, well, that's another story. And with only 18%, that means 82, right? 82% you can get to vote for anybody but AOC. Now when you do the polling, what do you find? You find that most people in Queens were for the Amazon project. So now what they're trying to do now is to say that Amazon didn't pay any taxes last year. But you know what? You know why they didn't pay taxes? Because they gave stock options to their employees. So what's better? To give that money to the government, or the feds, or the city, or the local people? Or is it better to give it to the employees? Nobody's talking about that. So when that starts to come out, we're gonna have some fun. Another little thing, and I'm gonna have to speed this up, is that the people that were involved with Ocasio's campaign are the smart boys and girls. They're the Harvard types. And the good thing about the Harvard types is that they are seldom, never right, seldom in doubt, okay? Never wrong, seldom in doubt, okay? Did I say that right? The point is that they know everything and there's no talking to them. And there's a problem because they're technology people, they're not political people. And you can see what's coming out that they're not political people, and they're just digging a bigger and bigger hole and getting support. So I leave you with this. There's an old Waylon Jennings saying that old age and treachery always overcomes youth and skill. And that if they want to win, they better realize that. She better realize this because they're going to be coming to get her. This is Dr. John Tantillo, the marketing doctor, reminding you to go brand yourself. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube. Thank you. Bye.